Episode 9 is set to introduce many different pieces of Jedi and Sith lore by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now that's one aspect of Episode 9 that I'm really looking forward to seeing in this movie, is of course exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to use this lore in order to move the characters like Kylo Ren and Rey forward into this story. Now these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Rey, the Lost City, and even the Light Sith. Specifically, it's described that a description of Rey inside of the Lost City, within the Jedi section, where it's described that she is standing in front of a large Jedi statue that is dubbed as the Light Sith. It's described that the statue itself has ancient code written all around it, that glows in a gold color when Rey touches it. The Light Sith is said to have once been a Sith Lord that did not associate itself with the Sith organization and preferred tapping into the light. It's described that this was cherry-picked by JJ from Legends material and will be made canon in Episode 9. Another goes over Rey trying to translate the code. As it glows where she is using a book as a reference, it's likely that the book allows her to translate from the ancient language to Arabic. Additionally, it's described that the Light Sith statue has its arms crossed and appears to be looking down with a shrine in the background. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, in case you guys did not know, the Light Sith, or the idea of it all, was indeed a thing in Star Wars Legends / the EU, and it seems as though that J.J. Abrams is tapping directly into that and inserting that lore into Episode 9, making us understand that whole entire ideology a little bit more. So what's really intriguing about all of this, about the Lost City, is that it has two sections. It has the Jedi section and the Sith section, both of which are runes of each organization, right? So the Sith organization, we do know that there was one Sith in particular that did not associate itself with that organization and preferred the ways of the light. And that actual statue ended up being in the Jedi location, which is what Rey eventually comes across. Now this statue is said to have many different pieces of Jedi code or some kind of ancient code written all over the statue that glows in a gold color, where Rey is actually trying to translate it using a book from what it seems. Now we do know that R2-D2 is alongside her within the Lost City. We also know that R2-D2 is going to play a big role in this movie when it comes to some of the missions. And that, guys, I think is a great thing, because if you look at the sequels, we really didn't get a whole lot of the droids, like, you know, C-3PO and R2-D2 in action, like doing their thing, doing their fun stuff. We didn't really get a lot of that, so now in Episode 9, it seems like J.J. Abrams really wants to take advantage of that. So the Lost City, alright, specifically the Light Sith, this is what really intrigues me the most, is of course, exactly why is Rey trying to translate the ancient code that's written all over this ancient statue based within the Jedi location. Now we do know that Episode 9 is really going to introduce a lot of Jedi and Sith lore that we have never actually seen before in any of the EU or the Legends material. In this scenario, however, this is something that was cherry-picked directly from Legends, which honestly makes me very happy, because we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a film that has a lot of Legends material that is indeed going to be made canon, and that all originates from Chris Terrio. We do know that Terrio knows a lot about Star Wars Legends, and he himself actually tapped into the EU and cherry-picked a couple of things and put it into the script of Episode 9. So while he did that, J.J. Abrams handled the story side of the Legends material that was inserted into the film. So this whole entire mission for Rey with R2-D2, you know, checking out each statue here and there that contains vital information about the ancient ways of the Jedi and the Sith in order to keep historical accuracy, as well as coming across new revelations and clues to building a new Jedi Order that would be flawless and pretty much, pretty much being invulnerable from any kind of attack from a dark side user. And that's one thing that I think a lot of people are going to wonder about going into the movie, is exactly how is Rey going to build a Jedi Order all by herself? Well, then again, if you think about it, Luke Skywalker was able to, so in Disney's point of view, Rey should be able to, right? So now when we look at Episode 9, I will say that the Jedi and Sith lore, I think, is something that a lot of people are looking forward to. Even one of the interviewers, I believe it was EW or ET, I can't quite remember, a couple of weeks ago, she was asking J.J. Abrams about the Jedi and Sith stuff, and he himself even said, you're going to have to interpret that for yourself in the movie. So it really tells us that a lot of it could very well be very ambiguous content, right? A lot of the stuff from Legends being inserted into Episode 9, there may very well still be a lot of mystery to it all in the actual movie that will be further explained in the novelization and or in the visual dictionary than she ever was. And honestly, guys, I will say Rey needs to earn her Jedi Knight rank. She can't just get it. She can't just pop out of nowhere in Episode 9 being a Jedi, in my opinion, because that, to me, it's not great storytelling. She has to develop, you know, becoming a Jedi slowly and progressively. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.